It's been revealed that the company behind the high-speed rail link HS2 Limited has so far spent £260 million buying up properties along the route of the controversial railway line from London to Birmingham. In one North Warwickshire village, the company is purchasing almost every single house, and it's drastically changed the community. Our transport correspondent Peter Plisner joins us from Gilson. Peter, has it become something of a ghost town already?
It certainly has, Mary. The house behind me is currently empty. The residents here moved out last year. Just up the lane there's a gated estate where virtually everyone has sold up. Like all the others, they didn't want to live through construction and then operation of a high-speed rail line.
And that was one of the first ones to be sold, Windy Nook, and the one next door to it. The next one was the first in that row on the right-hand side.
Gilson resident Mike Dooley showing me houses that have already been sold to HS2 Limited. He's lived here 35 years, but now he's decided to sell up too. And it's not difficult to spot the houses where people have already gone. Although some have been rented out, others lie empty. Those that remain in the village say it's a very different place now.
I know so few people. I used to pass by and have a few words with a lot of them as they were walking up and down, sometimes with the children, sometimes with dogs. When it came to Christmas, hand delivering Christmas cards used to take me all day. 3 this year, that's all.
As this aerial picture shows, Gilson's already been blighted by the M42 and M6 toll. Now it's locked inside a planned triangular HS2 junction, with one line passing right through the middle of the village. This chartered surveyor says it's one of the worst places affected by HS2.
I've never found this situation before. Gilson has been unfortunate. I would consider it to be the most blighted village in England. But certainly HS2 have not agreed to buy a whole village, to my knowledge, in the past.
So what happens when big transport projects affect communities? To find the answer, you've got to come to places like this in North Worcestershire. In the early 1980s, the M42 cut a swathe through the countryside when it was being built. This deep cutting effectively cut a small hamlet in half.
Even though work isn't to start on the Bromsgrove to Solihull section until 1979, the residents are already selling up and moving out.
This Midlands Today report from 1976 shows just what the area looked like before the motorway. John Impey has lived in the area all his life and he's got used to the road being there, but he's concerned about what happens when he needs to sell his house.
You're competing with people who are not living on top of a motorway. So if we were trying to sell our house or something, we would be competing with other houses in the area who don't have the noise.
For the people of Gilson, their nightmare is now over, but others clearly haven't been so lucky.
So, Peter, we've heard about the residents of Gilson, but what about those affected along other parts of the proposed high-speed line?
Well, the route from Birmingham to Crewe has now been confirmed and a compensation package is expected to be announced soon. But the other phases, the eastern arm to Leeds and north of Crewe, we've yet to hear about a compensation package there. The hybrid bill is still making its way through Parliament. It's at committee stage. A report is due in the next couple of weeks, we're told, which could still mean that the bill that clears the way for construction to start comes out of Parliament, becomes law by the end of the year.